morning, beautiful people. So today I am filming in the morning, which is a new thing. My husband normally works evenings, so that's when I will typically be doing my filming, but today he works a morning shift and it's a Sunday. So I figured I would take you along with me throughout my day. I'm just going to be doing some stuff around the house as usual, some homework, and yeah, just a nice, slow, refreshing, hopefully pretty relaxed day. I had a little bit of a rough day yesterday on my first day of my cycle. So today I'm hoping it's a lot more comforting than yesterday was. So come along, I'm happy to have you join me. Hey guys, so I typically would show you this outside, and this is where I would do it outside, but I wanted to come in so you could hear me good because there's a lot of background noise outside. But I really just felt called to share a couple little breathing practices with you. I would typically also put this on my yoga channel, but I just felt really called to incorporate it into this day in the life video because it is a part of my life, a part of my day to day. And so when typically I'm on my cycle, I like to keep things really gentle, especially for the first few days of my cycle, just because I'm experiencing a lot of cramps, a lot of bloating. You can probably relate, but I get really intense pain on the first and second day when it comes to cramping and just that tightness and constriction in this belly area, the sacral area. So I just figured I'd pop on here and show you a few breathing practices. So the first one that I love, very simple, these are all going to be really simple, is belly breathing. And I like to place both of my hands over my abdomen area, my lower belly area. And all you're simply gonna do is take big, deep inhales, expand and inflate the belly area, and then on your exhale, you'll let the belly sink inward as you're releasing that air. So you don't wanna constrict it too much because again, you may be experiencing bloating or indigestion or discomfort in this area. So make it very gentle, very slow. So it'll be something like this. Inhale. Expand, exhale, deflate. Inhale for 3, 2, 3. Exhale for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I like to just sit here and reminisce in this feeling of release. You can go for as long as you desire, as long as it feels good, or maybe incorporate in a little natural breathing. So after you've done a belly breath, you can return back to, or after you've done any breath, really, return back to that natural state of breath to find that balance within your breathing. So instead of counting or anything of that sort, just reverting back and finding that natural pace, which is going to be different for everyone. But it's a really beautiful way to just connect back to the present moment in each and every single day. So those are 2, belly breathing and natural rhythm of breath. Another one of my favorites is alternate nostril breathing, which can be done many different ways. I really like to place my pointer finger and my middle finger in the center of my third eye, this area right between the brow bones. And then placing my thumb on my right nostril to start, and then I'll utilize this other finger to close off my left nostril and lift my right finger. So it goes a little something like this. Inhale through the left nostril. 1, 2, 3. Close off the left nostril. Exhale out the right. 1, 2, 3. Inhale through the right now. 1, 2, 3. Close off the right nostril. Open through the left. 1, 2, 3. And just continuing like that for several rounds. This will really help clear out any passages, any blockages, to create open energy, open flow of energy throughout your body. They're divided between lunar and solar. And if you're interested in like a full tutorial of any of these breath works, I will link my yoga YouTube channel down below, and I have lots of breathwork tutorials on there if you would like to dive deeper into this practice. So those are just a few practices I wanted to share with you. I love to incorporate these into my meditation practices, or sometimes when I just need a couple minutes to release and relax and wind down after I've been feeling anxious or overwhelmed or had a busy day. You know how it goes. So I hope those serve you, and definitely let me know if you try them out and how you benefit from them. All right, so before I get started with some homework, actually one of my final American government assignments for the semester, very excited to finish. I wanted to share a little bit about something I read today in my book. The book I'm reading currently is The Body Keeps Score. I keep forgetting the author's name, but I will pop it down below for you. It's a beautiful book. It's taking me a while to read it because I'm just reading very small portions, and I've been loaded with schoolwork, so it's taking me a bit longer than normal to finish the book, but it's been amazing. Every time I open it, I learn so much. I am, which I didn't mention in the last video, I'm pursuing my bachelor's for psychology. I'm finishing up my AA currently, and then I'm going to be starting on my bachelor's in psychology, this fall, so just within a few months. So that's very exciting for me, as I have an extreme passion for helping people with their mental health. After everything that I've gone through in my life, I just feel really called to help people in that way. And I'm also extremely fascinated by how the brain works and functions, and how it's different for everyone, but how we can pick up patterns the more and more that we learn. So one thing in particular that I learned about today in the book is something called alexithymia, which is very interesting because the book tips words. The book particularly talks mostly about people who have experienced some sort of trauma. It could be extreme, intense, or just any kind of trauma throughout their life, and how that impacts the body, the mind, and the spirit overall. And alexithymia is something that typically people with trauma develop. And it is this disability to understand and fully explain how you are feeling, which I found very fascinating. I don't experience it on an extreme level like some of the patients that the doctor in the book talked about, but I definitely experience it quite often throughout my life, just not knowing how to explain exactly what it is that I'm feeling. And that's very common within people with ADHD and autism. So I can definitely relate and understand why I experience that as well. But it can get as extreme as the patients and the person who experienced trauma literally not being able to know the difference or feel the difference between getting raped or taking a hot bath. When I read that, I was like, holy wow. It hit me, because it's just like there's people out there that have experienced such extreme trauma in their life that they just feel like a shell of a human being. They can't explain how they feel because they truly have disassociated from all emotions and feelings because of what they've gone through. And it's this way of like sheltering themselves and keeping themselves safe and not exposing themselves to any more trauma. It's this fight or flight response that our body gets. And I just found it so fascinating, and I can continue to find it more fascinating the more and more that I learn about how each individual reacts to things in different ways, and how hopefully one day I'll be able to help my future patients in any way that I can through the more that I learn. So I just wanted to share that. I'll probably share snippets through my journey of learning and diving more into psychology, but yeah, just really made me think, that's for sure. Okay, today's outfit is one of my favorite onesie / jumpers. It is my go-to outfit when I want to be comfy, and pretty much the outfit that I always wear. It makes an appearance during one cycle every single month. So it's just very loose, very flowy, has some side pockets, just the same all the way around, and my favorite shade of green. So yeah, this will be perfect to keep me nice and cozy and focused while I finish up my homework assignments. I just got so emotional watching this. I'm sure it's also because I'm on my period, but I didn't think I would get that emotional watching a government video. But it's talking all about civil rights and the situation that happened back when Obama was in office, about a military, someone in service had died, and the Westboro group of protesters who are very against gays, and I'm not 100% exactly sure what they're protesting against, other than they had signs saying pray for dead soldiers, and like they're against gays, and I don't even know, signs that saying like God hates soldiers and like all of these things. And they protested at this guy's funeral while his family was mourning. And it just like hit me so hard because that's so awful. And the whole conflict was, you know, where do we draw a line within freedom of speech? And then Obama passed a bill or a law stating that during military services and funerals that they deserve to be held with the utmost honor. And so although those protesters can still come, there is a lot less of them. And now there are people that are defending those that are mourning during those services. So I found that to be really powerful. And I don't know, it just like hit me because I was just thinking about if something like that happened to me and a child passed, like I would feel the same way. I would feel very angry at those people dishonoring my child. So I just wanted to share that because it really hit me really hard. Oh, before I put these away, these are silicone mats that you can use in replace of parchment paper or tin foil on your sheet pans, or really for any kind of pans. They're great. You could just wash them like normal. We just hand wash them and use them over and over and over again. We just recently bought new ones because we had a set that literally lasted us years. But we cut on them. So definitely don't cut on them because if they create slits, then it kind of defeats the purpose. But I highly recommend, we just get them off Amazon. They're like an Amazon Basics product, but it's really good for eliminating waste as well as saving money, depending on how often you use things like parchment paper and aluminum foil. You know, save the planet any way you can. Can't have pasta without the nooch. If you don't know what nooch is, it's nutritional yeast. It's a vegan cheese, pretty much, cheese replacement. You get used to it. A lot of people, sometimes at first, aren't crazy about it. Highly recommend trying it. Here it is. Looks not that great with nooch on it, but there's some broccoli. I made like a homemade pasta sauce with diced tomatoes, tomato paste, lots of spices, some bell peppers, onions, and what else? Oh, and I threw some black beans in there as well with just a whole wheat bow tie pasta. Very simple and easy. I like to do the pasta dishes like once a week. Thank you for this food. Thank you for all the hands, the farmers, the people that it took to allow this food to be. I'm so appreciative of everything and everyone. So grateful for this meal. Allow it to nourish me in all the ways my body needs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't go wrong with pasta. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my meal and I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so just getting ready to take out the trash, nothing exciting, but it made me think of something I want to share with you. So my husband and I have always prioritized composting. Wherever we are, we do something. We either like make a compost, like outside, if we're staying with family, like we've built 2 different composts, but they had backyards. And now, since we live in an apartment complex, we just have a balcony. And so I'm trying to figure out what, like, the best way to go about composting, because I don't know of anywhere nearby where I can drop off my compost, which would mean if we composted things, we would need to figure out a way for it to break down quickly in order to actually use the compost due to our limited space and not having an area outdoors other than our balcony to compost. So if you have any suggestions, I am all ears, because I really hate throwing away all of our produce, and we go through so much produce because we're vegan and we eat a lot of veggies and fruits and all of the things. So yeah, it's kind of like, wonder what we're going to do. I'm totally open to having like a compost bucket outside. It's just if it doesn't break down quickly enough, I don't want to fill our whole balcony with buckets. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that to see if you guys have any feedback or opinions. If I do more research and I figure out something that works, I'll let you know that too. But I know so many people live in apartments, and there's got to be someone else composting in their small space. So I'm gonna go take out the trash and then come back for some gentle yoga that I will share with you guys. Hey guys, so after taking the trash out, I came back up and my husband called. He was on his break, so we started chatting for a while, and excuse me, and I started to also get really bad, intense menstrual cramps. Not as bad as yesterday, but pretty bad. So I was feeling a little down. And then I started working on some of my studying for my statistics exam, and that started frustrating me. So I'm taking a break from that, and I am now going to do some period yoga. I am a yoga instructor. That being said, I still love to utilize YouTube in the sense that I love to be guided by other people through yoga flows, especially when I'm just kind of moody and crampy. I don't want to think at all. I just want to be guided. So YouTube is beautiful in that way. So I'm just gonna do a little yoga with Adrian flow, less of a flow, more of a stretch, just for these cramps. Hopefully I can calm them down and release any pent up energy that I'm feeling up in this area. So hopefully I can just relax my pelvis a little bit. So I will take you guys along with me for my flow. Pillows are included, blankets are included, some of my favorite flows. So let's get started and let's start relaxing. So after doing that, I feel so relaxed. It was just what I needed, but my body is telling me you need a nap. You did not get enough sleep last night. So I think I'm gonna try to take a 30-minute nap or so. Guys, I never take naps, never. I just always I don't know, my body's just like, go, 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 no, you don't have time. But today I'm feeling the need for it. So I'm gonna go take a nap, and I'm not sure if I'll close the video off here or show you guys something else, but yeah, I'll see you soon. Hello friends, I'm back from my nap with my lavender and peppermint tea. Feeling much improved from the last time you saw me. I ended up taking about an hour nap because I woke up after 30 minutes and it was raining outside, and part of my mind was like, oh, wake up and film the rain. It will be such a pretty thing to add into the video. But my brain was also telling me to go back to sleep. So I did for another 30 minutes, and yeah, I'm feeling so much better. I had a headache coming on, and that was what made me be like, all right, I need to take a nap. And now it's pretty much fading away, so that's good. And I just wanted to come on here and close off this video. As I mentioned in my first video, my videos are going to be a mishmash of just what I do in my day-to-day life. Some videos are going to be more slow than others, and this was definitely a slow day, as I believe Sundays should be. At least that's how I feel about Sundays. Although coming up in the future, starting next Sunday, I'm going to be teaching one in-person yoga class each week. I believe it's always going to be on a Sunday, so my Sundays will have that included. This coming Sunday, it's going to be a beach yoga class, so that'll be fun. But then the rest of the day, I'll make sure it's pretty slow. But yeah, so this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for spending your day with me, spending some time with me. I hope that you were able to receive some good energy overall from this video and from my day, and maybe some golden nuggets that you could add or try to add into your own life, whether that be herbal teas, whether that be reading, or whether that be just taking more time in your life to do nothing. I actually got inspired recently by Isabel Page's previous YouTube video where she talked about making time to do nothing. And it really resonated with me because I used to do that a lot in the past, but after moving into my place and going to school, I've done it a lot less. So I really want to incorporate more of just that slow time back into my life, no matter what it is I'm doing, especially during those times where I have a lot going on. I feel it's most important to incorporate in more slowness in my day-to-day life. So I'm gonna finish just sipping on my tea, staring out the window. And my husband is gonna be coming home soon, so we're gonna whip up some yummy dinner and enjoy our weekend together. Wish me luck on my finals. Next time you see me, I'll be done with them. And I have something exciting in the works that I definitely want to film. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming out in the next video. But once again, thanks so much for joining me. If you want to see more of me and support my channel, you can hit that like and subscribe button. And if anything called out to you that you want to share, any suggestions on the composting question that I had, or anything that you would just like to share with me or the viewers, you can pop that down in the comments below. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day.